On the right. On the right.
But now what will happen? Now one day my kid has to go to college, or there is a way they can attend the college, especially in India.
There are schools who do understand the homeschooling concept and allow children to be a part of their system and study further. And that's a physical presence. Otherwise, you definitely have your NIOS, which is your National Open School, which is absolutely legal and recognized in India.
Have you ever received the questions from the peer parents, like what are you doing with your kid, and uh, her age is or his age is is getting wasted. You are not sending your kids to the school. What will happen to them, or something like that. From the relatives also, it might come. So, like, what kind of questions which come, and how do you address them?
I think I would say we feel kind of blessed. We definitely do get these questions, but so far there's never been revolt in the house. Ki how can you not send your kids to the schools from either the grandparents or extended family? They ask you, they hear you out and understand. And I think the best part is they trust us, the fact that we are the parents and we know what we're shaping up. And since they also see the kids growing up, so I think they are a testimony of the process that we are living. um, तो कुछ तो सही होगा where they're feeling कि okay, I think more so the questions ki education ki how to kill their time than the smartness. People are like तो फिर वो करेंगे क्या, you know. So that's also very interesting for us to understand that how the mainstream or people in the society look at education. So if you believe that you're sending your kid to school to kill time and to learn, or do you want your child to learn, with you and along with you and understand what's happening? So I think it's very important to understand why a school or a non-school learning methodology. And I
Hmm.
think Pune has been very, very supportive. The society that we are in, she is absolutely in fact, both my kids are very beautifully absorbed. Um, you do get a few looks, ki, oh, really? Seriously? And after that, they're just beautiful, lovely friends around us. And yeah, I mean, we've not really had any ugly experience or very difficult situation. Thankfully, yeah, not in our case.
And like, what about your kids? Do they receive some questions from other children around them? In which school you are in? Why don't you go to school or something like that?
Yes,
Hmm.
yes. So when they meet new people and they're like, "अरे आज आप स्कूल नहीं गए, छुट्टी है." So now they've learned to reply or respond and say that no, we are homeschooled. We don't go to school. To which they're like, "Oh, really?" But it's also good to know that people are aware of this concept. There are of course people who are oblivious to it, but I think post COVID things have changed. Things have become more open, towards different ideas to live life, and I think this is one of that.
Hmm. But uh, it's like touch wood, you are blessed with the environment around you. But suppose a parent is choosing a unschooling, having that courage, and but the family around it is not supportive, or the environment around it is not supportive. So it becomes slightly, I feel, pressurizing for the parents also, like to question their decision about their choices, because there's one section, like a crowd, which is doing the mainstream thing, and there is very few who are doing the alternative thing. So, how can parents prepare their mindset or prepare themselves towards towards this difference of towards this set of questions which will be coming from the society to them because of because taking a less chosen path, and also for the kid also, like how a kid can get prepared to answer the questions, or not, do not feel like embarrassed or something of not doing something which everybody else is doing around them?
So I think when I chose to step on this journey, of course, it was imperative to discuss it with your partner and, have both the parents on board. Um, so Manu was quite supportive, yet he had his reservations and of, how the child will socialize, the very obvious things, and how will the child learn to kind of assimilate in the society in the bigger picture, because if you're only at home you're not connecting. So my belief was that, again, socialization is a verb, and if you're socializing you are connecting, but developing social skills is again a, it's a skill, so which you need to work on. And no one says that you need to socialize only with your peers. So if you're connecting, if you're able to greet, connect with anybody coming to your place, or when you're stepping out, the skills are getting developed. um, and I think for that question pushed me to start a community, the tribe. And I think when a parent goes through, yes, we do come across a lot of parents who don't find a very harmonious situation to be in, and usually the mums are the lone, torch bearers to it, and find it difficult to bring the partners or the spouses on. I believe that it's your conviction what takes you further. You know, why do you want? Why have you chosen this path? Of course, people will ask you. Um, Even if I choose to kind of teach my child the local language, people will come and question me, "Ki, why?" So for anything and everything, people will come and question you and ask. So I think it's important, and that's what I kind of share with the, new parents or you who facing challenges is, why is it important for you? If you starting from the beginning, it's easier because you see the child develop and the, kind of process unfold. But there are parents who wish to switch at a later stage, all the more difficult for them to kind of leave the tried and tested path and step onto this. So at that point, it surely becomes a dialogue between the parents and the child or the children as to why are we doing that. And if as a unit, your reasons are clear, I think you can take on the world. And it's a process. So it doesn't happen that today I've decided and tomorrow. So it's not a result oriented thing. It's a step by step. It's a process. You're creating that journey for yourself and the family, and of course the children included. Yes, I think it begins from you. There are, as compared to the mothers, there are fewer dads who lead the journey, but it's very interesting, and I'm very happy to see that there are dads who are taking on the journey and are taking it forward and have chosen that for their children and as a family. So one of the partners can and may, to begin with, have difficulty in accepting that my child will not go, and exactly what will happen to the 10th and 12th, the colleges, the career, and steps further. So if it's more about life and learning, or is it more about what will the child do if the child is not going to school in those 6 hours? How will you engage the child? So there will be different questions at different levels. So one question at a time, understand, research. It's very important to connect with like-minded people and have more clarity for yourself. And as I said, once you believe and trust yourself, the process will move on for sure. Challenges
And
guaranteed. You can never escape challenges for sure.
so clarity is the first most thing, and your why should be clear of
Yeah.
choosing the unschooling. Then it will help you to navigate. At the same time, it is a journey. More clarity will come with time as
Yes.
you step into this journey and travel far with it. That is what you are saying.
Totally. Totally.
Now, certain things from your response, am I correct or is it something else? If both the parents are working, can the unschooling be done? Or we need one parent actually at home?